Okay, well, if you're on YouTube, you quickly learn that if there's something that you're doing which is even vaguely subcultural and strange and different, then what you do is you video it, because someone's going to be interested in watching it. So I've got here a handful of vegetables which I bought earlier on today. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carrots, a handful of cauliflower and some broccoli, and I'm going to juice it. Set up the juicer there, and I'm going to see, I haven't got any fruit because I'm going off fruit for the moment to try and improve or try and reduce the quantity of sugar I'm taking for candida purposes. Okay, so this is going to hopefully be good nutrition, highly dense and all the rest of it, and so on and so forth. I reckon you need some vegetables which are higher in water to try and make more juice, okay, if you're doing juicing. That's one of the reasons why you'd use like cucumber and apple, because that helps to provide more water. It washes through the juicer, taking anything else with it. So you put something like the broccoli and cauliflower in first, then you do all the carrots in this particular case. That's what I'm planning on doing anyway. Here goes. Not bad at all. Health-giving, nutritious. It even tastes sweet. You know, it tastes sweet as if you've added sugar to it. Now, vegetable juicing and fruit juicing provides a lot of pulp. Now, some people say you can't use this, but I have seen other people who do the raw vegan thing, dehydrating it and using it like a kind of like a flatbread for biscuits. So I've got a dehydrator over here, okay, right beside my evil and highly toxic radioactive aspartame-based sweetener. That's right, I'm not going to be whiter than white, and if you want me to be, I'm sorry, okay. And what I could do is I can get the dehydrator going with some of this in it, which is the stuff in the back of the juicer, and we'll see whether we can make a carrot, broccoli, and cauliflower flatbread stroke biscuit. Here we go. Okay, now some people take their pulp and they mix it with linseed and water to make a mash, and they allow the linseeds to produce their own glutinous slime, which actually acts to bind it all together. I don't have any linseeds in stock, so we just have to like place it on greaseproof paper or wax paper and see how it goes. I've never done this before. Fingers crossed, let's hope for the best. Now I can see why it's quite so attractive to try and turn this stuff into a bread, because the carrot is a bit mushy. Okay, so that kind of like binds together when you squeeze it together. The broccoli, on the other hand, is much more crumbly and actually has a bread-like texture. So with a bit of creativity, I might be able to find a way of turning that into like a form of breadcrumb that I can use for other things. So this might work out interesting. Yes, I haven't added anything to bind it. It'll probably all break up in my fingers. I don't know. I think the carrot stuff will stay together better. I should have mushed up everything I had here rather than leaving it, the way it is. We'll just have to see how it works out. This is an experiment, so enjoy. Okay, I've had it in for 1 hour and already we're starting to see some good signs. This stuff at the edge is drying out quite nicely, okay? But when I push and squeeze, there is visible water. I don't know whether you can see it coming out there between my fingers, okay? Which means that there's still an awful lot of damp, a hell of a lot of damp inside there. Now what I don't want is case hardening. Case hardening is when you're going through the dehydration process and it dries on the outside but not on the inside, and then bacteria can bloom inside your dehydrated fruit and vegetables. So I'm just trying to like press it all flat, as flat as I can, to make sure we're increasing the surface area and making sure it's more likely we can get a biscuity thing out of this. Now I've got more faith in the carrot mash becoming much more paper or biscuit-like. Okay? Not so much faith with the broccoli though. So we just have to see again how things work out. This is just an experiment. Experiments are there for fun and for pleasure. Hang on, this one's looking good. I mean, that one's looking like what we'll hopefully be able to get at the end. And that's looking quite nice actually. Give it a bit of a squeeze. There we go. That might work out quite positively. Just put some more weight on this one. Actually, the more I think about it, the carrot pulp, because that's what it is, okay, it's carrot pulp, feels much more like a dough. So I think the carrot pulp can actually become more of a biscuit, which is good. Okay, let's put more weight down there. Okay, this bit is as close to done as I've got so far. It's actually got some crunch to it. I'm going to have a nibble on that and see what it's like. The rest of it still has like wet bits on it, but it's looking quite interesting. Some of this stuff is looking okay. I mean, that's going to turn into a nice bit of biscuit, I think. This I'm not too sure about, because I think it's just like grass cuttings. I had a quick nibble of that green thing earlier on, and basically it tasted, here we go, a bit like grass cuttings, but with a broccoli-esque flavour to it. I mean, essentially that would be nice to use instead of like breadcrumbs in a something or other, okay. I'm not too sure. Now, let's just have a nibble of this carroty bit and see what that tastes like. Now that's not too bad. That's sweet. Still got some carrot flavour, bit of a crunch to it, quite nice. So, the carrot pulp makes a good carroty, flaky, wafery biscuit. I think with the green stuff, I need to mix it up more with the orange stuff in a much more even way. And I think if I did use like linseed, that would be quite good. Apparently you can use like 1 tablespoon of linseed in 3 tablespoons of water, let it soak for 45 minutes, remove the linseeds but keep the water, and use the glutinous slime as a binder. That'll be like the equivalent of adding like 1 beaten egg. So I'll give that a go next time round, but essentially I'm quite happy with the orange stuff. Okay, coming to the end of 3 hours. These ones are almost done. Okay, that one's nowhere near done. That was predominantly just the broccoli and cauliflower, and as you can see, it's slightly damp, grass cutting-y, breadcrumby type stuff. Now the little bits which are dry, that's actually quite nice. A bit like seaweed in a Chinese restaurant, if you get my drift. Very nice indeed. But that bit there is still wet, so that's got to dry out properly. Now, the ones that are completely dried are over here. And here we got the carrot crackers. So it breaks like cracker, looks crackerish, tastes okay. That's actually quite nice. Flavor, again a bit like seaweed in a Chinese restaurant, okay, which is obviously just forms of cabbage and cauliflower and, well, no, it's cabbage, isn't it, which has been shredded and dried and toasted. But nice crackery type flavoury thing. The rest of it's got to dry, so we just put these 2 trays in for maybe a period of another hour. That'll all be done. Then hey presto, we're sorted out. So what we have learned from this exercise is that with the help of some basic tools, which in this particular case involve a dehydrator and the juicer, we can make drink and food from a plate of vegetables. Obviously the dehydration time is a lot shorter if you've already extracted the juice using juicing, as opposed to just trying to evaporate it all. So maybe that's a technique I want to use again in the future. I don't know. But either way, I'm going to enjoy snacking on these over the next couple of days. And it's quite nice.